Welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren and I have been training for an NPC bikini competition, aka bodybuilding. Today is August 12th, 2019, and now I'm finally within 2 weeks out from show day. To be more specific, I am 12 days away because today is Monday and my show is on a Saturday. So it is crunch time. Quite literally. I've already taken my Monday morning check-in photos and I sent those to my coach. Then I went to the gym, got my fasted cardio done with, and now I just want to take a moment to talk to you guys before I have to head back to the gym and do my weight training and then more cardio. So. Okay, how am I feeling? Well, first I want to start by showing you my physique update from this morning, and then we'll go from there. Just weighed in, and I'm finally under 130. I'm at 129 this morning, 2 weeks out. So I'm going to try to sound positive in this critique of myself because it's easy for me to zone in on the negative parts. So I think my strengths are definitely, like, my core has definitely leaned down very nicely, and my back, not my glutes, but my actual back has no fat. Like, I can't pinch any fat back there. So I'm doing pretty well with my midsection. Now, I will say for my legs, they're still too meaty. There's too much fat around my quads and hamstrings and glutes. But that's just something I'm gonna have to continue to bring in. When I look at this pose, I'm gonna put my hair down, but I can see that my hamstring glute tie-in is getting more defined and deeper, which makes me feel really good because that's a major judging point when you're on stage. Now I'm just flexing for my own documentation because I want to make sure that I am maintaining my back muscle. Overall, I think another strength of mine is my muscle development in my upper body, like my back and my arms, my shoulders. They're all doing pretty well. Slowly but surely, I'm leaning out. Now I'm practicing on my posing. I still have a lot of posing work to do. So I have a confession. I don't feel ready. At this point in the game, it's such a mental challenge, and I've expressed that before, that prep is really just a mental challenge, but it's pretty intense right now, to the point where last night I went to Walmart and I was grocery shopping and I was like this close to quitting prep because I was just like, I can't do it. I don't think I'm ready. I don't feel ready. I don't feel lean enough. And I was also near the cookie section, which was a bad idea. But I was very close to just binge eating and ruining all of my progress, which would have been pretty heartbreaking. At this point in prep, it's just, I gotta get out of my head. So I was talking to somebody the other day and they asked me why I think this point of prep is harder than the first time around. Simply put, last year, it was just such an accomplishment for me to get to stage. I had never competed before. I was doing my very first prep, and to me, it was such a win just to get to stage, to be there and have done it, and I felt good. At this point in prep, 2 weeks out, I was very focused, very excited, and I just felt really, really good. Now, here's the thing. Everybody says, don't worry about who else is on stage because you don't know who's gonna be up there with you. Just focus on being better than you were last time, making improvements that you didn't have from last time. And I already know I'm light years better than I was last time. Not in a vain way, I've worked very hard. I've gotten the proper training this time, the proper diet, and I know that these components have helped me get to a better place. Sorry, my back is itchy. So that's cool. Like, yeah, I know I'm already better than the girl I was last year, but now it's not my first show. Frankly, it's just not enough for me to make it to stage and feel good about, like, oh, well, I made it here. I mean, it's just not enough this time. Like, I want some hardware. Like I want to get a trophy. I mean, I think we all do. We all want to win. Realistically, I don't think I'm gonna win overall or win that #1 title. And I'm not meaning to sound negative, I'm just being very realistic. I have joined a new gym a few months ago. A lot of people call it a show gym because at least 50% of the members, it seems, have or are planning to compete. I've never been in such an environment where everybody looks so good and everybody looks so chiseled. I look around and I know that some of the girls I see, and they're beautiful and muscular and toned and cut, and I'm looking at these women knowing that they are also planning on the very same show that I'm planning on. And that's gotten in my head. Yeah, I see these bodies and they are better than me. And I'm not bitter about it. I'm not jealous because they've worked their butts off and some of them have been in the game for a long time. But that's definitely part of what's making this prep so hard is last time it was an accomplishment just to be on stage. This time, I've been there. I've had my first time on stage. That's not enough for me. I want to win. Even if I don't win first or overall, like I want to win a trophy at least. And at this point, 2 weeks out, I don't feel quite ready. I've been doing an insane amount of cardio. My coach at one point did recommend that I push my show back to October. Now, the reason I'm not pushing my show from August to October is just for my mentality, really. Like, can I do it? Yeah, I could do it. Do I want to? No, because the amount of mental psych out that I'll experience, because I just know me. And if I were to think I'm within 30 days from the show, and then, oops, you're actually 90 days from your show, that would do so much mental damage that it's just not worth it to me. So I asked my coach, what can I do to be ready for this show in August? And he said, well, you can do extra cardio. And he told me what I need to be doing. I've been doing it, and fingers crossed that I'll get lean enough. At this point, my stomach looks really good. I've got some really good tracks. I've got really good definition. I'm pretty small. My glutes need a little bit of work. My arms, here's another thing. My arms have always held a lot of fat. I've brought them in a lot, but I still feel like my arms are too big. No. So technically my arms are still pretty like heavier than average. Again, guys, I'm not trying to sound so negative. I'm just trying to be really real. And also, this is kind of for me. This is kind of my prep diary, these video logs. But regardless, I'm going to go up there for myself because I deserve that, because I've earned it. I've worked my butt off, whether I'm lean enough or not. Another thing that I'm struggling with, and I just don't feel confident with it yet, is my posing. Now, to anybody not in the competition world, posing practice and learning to pose sounds very shallow. I know. I used to not understand, and I used to hear people talking about it and be like, oh, you need to pose for like a selfie or something? No, honey. You've got to learn a specific routine to do on stage, and it takes so much stamina. Flexing or tightening every part of your body, and it's a very possible thing to experience cramps or full body cramps on stage. You're holding these poses in the hot stage lights. Posing is a big thing, and you want to practice your posing and learn to pose well so that you can accurately showcase your muscles. The judges are looking at various things, but posing, stage presence, and overall appearance is a huge, huge thing. I mean, if you are the baddest babe on stage and you don't have a good posing routine, you could very well place last or lower than you deserve. I didn't know how to pose last year, and one of the judges even told me afterwards, it looked like I was slouching into the pose instead of holding tall and strong. And I look back at it and I do look like I'm slouching really bad. So this year I'm really trying to get the correct amount of posing practice in, and I'm trying to practice correct form because I didn't do very well last year. I didn't have correct form last year. I didn't know that. I thought I was doing pretty good, but it was not good. So right now I'm working. Actually, this evening I have a posing lesson with somebody local. My coach has given me posing advice also, but I'm such an in-person and hands-on learner that I know having this in-person lesson with a local instructor is going to help me to understand what my coach is telling me from our texts and emails, because he's up in Utah, and that's that. I'm just kind of nervous about this show, but I'm gonna do it. Sorry I've been rambling so much, but I just wanted to pour out all of my thoughts, and I just hope that's kind of made some sense, and also I hope that I'm able to look back at this in the future and be like, oh, that's where I was, and understand my mentality. But I've got to eat my next meal. I've got to head back to the gym. I'm doing legs today, leg day. I do like a good leg day, but I definitely need some food in me before I do that. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you liked it by giving it a big thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. If you want something more current and updated, I will leave my Instagram handle here. And you can find me on Instagram, and I've been a lot better about posting daily on my story, if anything else. So, until next time, bye guys. Oh, dang. Maybe it's lighting, but my lats look big.